uh, to learn English. A student in Vietnam, two, 250 is the average score. That 9,948 freshmen from 18 universities in Vietnam got when they took part in a TOEIC test. What does this number tell us? You know, English is very, very important for students to study and as well as for their future career. But we don't know why this number is like that. So uh, that is a big problem because this is a low score. Where- So being student in university of science, what is going on with our learning English and what do we have same problem? So that's the reason why we decide to conduct this project. The name of the project is investigate a current situation of learning English and the possibility of achieving TOEIC 500 of students at University of Science. And now we are so happy to present what we are so happy present by what we have done and what we achieved. We are Quang Phúc, Hoàng Tuấn, Ái Nhân, Nhật Lệ, Ngọc Hân, and Thanh Phúc. We are six members from different cross teams, but we are in one team, Smart English. Thank you. And now I would like to invite Mr. Hân to come here and talk about the achievement our project.
Thank you, Anya. I'm Miss Han, not Mr. Han. Now I present you. At first, I will explain you about two roles. The first one is investigation of the current situation of learning English, and the second is possibility to achieve TOEIC 500. There are 1,220 students taking for many faculty taking part in our survey. It accounting for 5% of overall of the overall 31,000 students in our school. We also collecting data from the club, and we strongly believe that our information is believable and realistic. First, the current situation. The pie chart tells you about the question in which it depends, do the students think about the importance of English in schooling and career? As you can see in the pie chart, three quarters of them tell English very important, implying about the high awareness about English in the schooling and career. Why? Because in our curriculum, we have to read a lot of science news in international articles and so on. We also have to read a lot of books in English. And of course, we have a lot of training, study abroad. Most of all, we have to finish 4 modules in English in our curriculum in 4 years. But after 4 modules, do the students feel confident about English? The answer is no, because as you can see, here, they are not confident. 35% not very confident. confident, 51%, and only 11% is confident, 3% is very confident. Moreover, maybe almost of them, it means 89% say yes when we ask about difficulty of learning English. So what exactly they are not confident about? As you can see in font color, when we ask them about self-evaluation, they only say average and weak in four skill. Maybe writing and reading is better than listening and speaking. Why reading and writing is better? Yeah. When we say them to read and write, it's okay. But when we want to communicate, they say, oh, I can speak English, so why? The reason is job education in engineering university is focused mainly on English for special purpose. So we don't have the opportunity to practice speaking or listening. And the second reason is, do the students feel interested in English? When we ask them, they are nearly one third of them say they completely not interested and not very interested. And the students even don't pay, there are many students don't pay any attention to English. They don't study English. It is 21%. How about preparation for English certification? 63% of students don't practice for any certification like TOEIC, IELTS, or TOEFL. Only very little of them practice and pay attention in examination. 23% learn practice but no examination. So what about the possibility for achieving TOEIC 500? According to this club, in their TOEIC mock test, 934 students take part in their test, and only 17.6% of them get more than 500. 5.8% of them have the scoring from 450 to 500. And this is the figure about certification rate in our survey. There are 18.4% of students don't have any certification, and only 1% has IELTS, 1% has TOEFL, 7% have TOEIC, and 7% have national certification. The rate is very low. So, TOEIC 500 is very high goal for students from our school. But we believe that it is unachievable. So TOEIC 500, we can get it. Next, who will present the
Hello everyone, I am Dong. I'm going to talk about a summary of this project. As you know, from the data we have received from we can realize that students in University of Science haven't paid much attention in learning English. This leads to the result that they have a lot of difficulty in achieving TOEIC 500. So what should we do now to solve the problem? We can see that it's time for students to do something to change the habit if they want to be better in English, or especially if they want to achieve TOEIC 500. And now I would like to turn to the next point, advantages and disadvantages. In this project, we realized that we four advantages. The first one is receiving a lot of help and support from our mentor. The second one is we are good participants. Each member in our team is very active and hardworking. Another advantages is camps with us studying in the same campus. And the last one is we are working with enthusiastic volunteers. Besides that, we also have some disadvantages. The first one is we getting the wrong positive in the first of the project. Another one is the time limitation. We are students, we have to study a lot. We don't have too much time for the project. But luckily, we know how to balance the time between studying and doing the project. Another one is the financial problem. When attending the project, we didn't receive any financial support, so we have to raise our own funds for the printing or like for all other documents. And the last one is limited English skill. When we at first our English is not good enough, but after that, thanks to mental health, we improve a lot. We know the more things and we improve listening and writing skill. And now we feel more confident of our English. Now I would like to turn to the next point, evaluating our improvement after the project. In the project, we have done many things. I would like to talk about improvement, which is based on two aspects, soft skill and English skill. In terms of soft skill, we learn how to work in a group, how to communicate with others, people, how to design a good questionnaire, and how to interview another person. In terms of English ability, we know how to use English in group discussion fluently and how to present a good presentation in English. And the last one, we know how to write report in English persuasively. In conclusion, learning English is very difficult for students, and getting 500 is therefore not an easy thing to do. We know that, and so that we conducted an investigation to see that how students are learning English and how students are learning English and how many percent of them can achieve 500. From the data we collected, we believe that all of you can have an overview of the situation. And I hope in the coming year, the students will receive more support from the university and other organizations. We know that learning English at university level is a broad area because of limited time, experience, and other reasons. We didn't focus, we didn't carry the project in a wide area. But we hope in the future more projects will see into this project, and this part leads to the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention.